Hi, have you ever been making anything like a wire-wrapped bracelet and as you were making it, you had to cut a certain length of wire. Let's say, for example, this piece is 7¼ inches long and I'm going to have several pieces of that so that I can either plaid these together and roll them through a mill, or I might have some pieces that are crossing one another, and you want to make certain that that cross is in the very center of the bracelet, or that you want to have two wires that are equidistant from one another from the center line of this bracelet. Well, you could go through some very meticulous mathematic calculations and try and figure it out. You could even try and measure out on your standard ruler, noticing this piece of wire is 7¼ inches long. Divide that by 2 and you get a certain value. Or you could even try and use a pair of divider compasses, a compass divider, and figure out when you've got exactly the same length from one end of the wire to the next. But I want to show you a trick today on how we can get to this very, very quickly. Hi, I'm Jimmy with PJG's Jewelry. Today I want to show you how to use a really neat, simple tool. It's not your standard ruler, it's a center finding ruler. And you can buy these online, 12, 15, 20 bucks. The way that it works is that on the bottom scale, you'll notice here is a regular ruler. But on the top we have what's called the center finding scale. And from this circle, from the very center here, measuring out, it would be the same distance. And it's easier to read how long that distance is from the center as you go from the center to the right or from the center to the left. For example, we said earlier this piece of wire is 7¼ inches long. If you were to actually measure this, and all I have to do in order to find the center of it is move this copper wire along the scale. You know that it's going to be somewhere approximately 3½ inches on each side. But if you'll keep moving the wire, and you can count the number of long or short or super short lines from 3½, and all of a sudden this is the very center of that piece of wire. So we could just mark that with a Sharpie, and I don't know if you can see it, because if I tried to scratch a mark using my compass divider, you may not be able to see that, but with a Sharpie it shows up real clear for me. And I can simply cut additional lengths of wire to be the very same size, and they're going to have the same center mark. So I hope you can see that. In just a matter of seconds, we've gotten 3 wires that are exactly 7¼ inches long, and we marked the center point or center line along each of those. So I hope this little segment gives you a better idea of how you can very quickly find the center line on lengths of wire and save yourself some time and make some more money. If you like what we have here, please subscribe. And if you have suggestions or things you'd like to see, please make note of that in the comments section below. Till next time, bye-bye.